So hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So in this video lecture I will talk about the calculation of power factor correction. So as discussed in my previous video lecture, that by inserting one capacitor across the load or by connecting the synchronous condenser we can improve the power factor, and this phasor diagram has already been explained in my previous video lecture. So as you can see here, this phasor diagram here, this length is assumed to be PQ. So here PQ can be written as IL cos phi 1, where phi 1 is the power factor angle before performing the power factor correction, and phi 2 is the power factor angle after improving the power factor. So PQ can be written as IL cos phi 1, and that is also same as I cos phi 2, right? So now if you multiply both the sides by V, which is the line voltage, then you will get VIL cos phi 1 and VI cos phi 2, and this is nothing but your active power in previous case, and this is the active power, the present active power, that means after the power factor correction. So as you can see that power factor correction doesn't affect your active power, it only changes your active power, but it doesn't affect your active power. So kilowatt 1 is equal to kilowatt 2. Okay, now this power factor angle can also be represented in terms of your power triangle. So this is your power triangle, and as I have said that your active power remains same, so here OA is your active power, and AB is your reactive power after power factor correction, and AC1 is your reactive power before power factor correction. Here C1 I have given the nomenclature as C1 just to remove the confusion between the capacitor, which also has the symbol of C. That is why here I have put the nomenclature like C1. Okay, so this is your power triangle. Phi 1 and phi 2 are the power factor angles before the power factor correction and after power factor correction respectively. So now here, as you can see, reactive power supplied by the capacitor bank. Capacitor bank means in case of three-phase system you use an assembly of capacitor in delta or star fashion. That is why that is called capacitor bank. That part I will come later on. So here the reactive power supplied by the capacitor bank is BC1, which can also be written as kilowatt 1 minus kilowatt 2. Okay, so after solving this you will get this expression, the kilowatt demand multiplied with 10 phi 1 minus 10 phi 2. So using this expression you can determine the value of reactive power that will be supplied by your capacitor bank, right? So here numerical can be asked from this equation. Suppose you have been given the reactive power supplied by the capacitor bank, you have been given the kilowatt demand and the power factor angle before the power factor correction, and then you may be asked what will be the modified power factor angle. That means you may be asked for the phi 2. So using this equation you can easily find the phi 2, and after that you can easily find the cos phi 2, that means the modified power factor, right? Numerical can be asked in another way also. See here, it can be asked what will be the kVAR rating of each phase capacitor for three-phase system. So here the reactive power that you are getting, that is the total reactive power. So in three-phase system, obviously for each phase it will be divided by 3, right? But for single phase system it will be only BC1, that means this. Okay, so numerical can be asked in that way also, that power factor angles are given and you have been asked that to find the kilowatt rating of each phase. Okay, for single phase system you can also write like this, BC1, that means the reactive power supplied, is also equal to V square by XC. So after solving this you will get the value of capacitance. So numerical can also be asked from this equation, that you have been given all the data like kilowatt demand, power factor angles, and first you may be asked what is the reactive power supplied, and then you can be also asked what will be the required value of the capacitor that you are going to connect. So using this equation, you can also find the required value of capacitor that will provide that reactive power which you want in order to improve your power factor, right? So that's all for this video lecture. I hope you have understood and you have enjoyed this video. If you have liked it, please subscribe to my channel. Thank you.